region because the sector minister there, Joshua Makubu, has appealed to youth in Yadzo to remain calm while authorities work to resolve the disturbances around the death of two footballers that sparked protests in the area 2 days ago. On Thursday, the youth took over the residence of the district chief executive, demanding the removal after they actually left his residence. They allegedly vandalized some cocoa board offices at Papasi. We now can listen to the Oti Regional Minister, which we'll be doing shortly. But first, though, here's the regional correspondent, Peter Seno, who is joining us now for an update on the situation. And Peter, I recall speaking to you earlier. We know that there is heavy security presence when, of course, last we had a conversation on this matter, including the military. How are residents reacting to all of this now?
Blessed, last night we saw the presence of the military also in town as a result of the activities of the youth. In fact, when they left the DC's residence 3 days ago, our information is that they came straight to Papasi, which is closer to Yadzo and Ahamanso, and they vandalized the cocoa board office here. So in fact, as we speak, I am on my way to ascertain the veracity or otherwise so that we can report on this accordingly. But there's heavy security presence here in the KGB district, and the residents could I say, in fact, those who do not know exactly what is going on see the presence as worrisome. And so we've been speaking to the chiefs, the Nananum in the area earlier today, and then they have been sharing their thoughts on this with us. We can take a listen to them.
We do seated here are reps from the 8 traditional paramountcies that form the KGB District Assembly. And we are here to find out from the DC what we are hearing, whether it's true or not. Lo and behold, when we came, we heard his side of the version. And after hearing him, what Nananum want to assure him is, we'll give him our full backing to support him so that we have peace in the district. And also help him to commiserate with the people and give them a befitting burial. But there is one but, and that but is, we advise our youth not to go further in doing any other thing, because we heard they came to the residency of the district chief executive as a matter of demonstration, but spoils one or two things. Went ahead to the cocoa board office also, took their computers away and vandalized the place. Nananum have already condemned the act of the killing, and we still condemn it, and we'll condemn it tomorrow, but will not allow our children also to go that far. Based on this, we are here today to let the DC know that we are fully behind him and help him also to get the corporates to book. Thank you.
Oti Regional Minister Joshua Makubu is joining us via Zoom now. Thank you. I appreciate your time, sir. We know that these are very trying moments for the region. As a Regional Security Council, beyond having military or police presence in the area, how are you resolving the matter?
Yeah, thank you very much. As Peter reported yesterday, the Regional Security Council was in KJB to meet with Nananum and then relatives of our brothers who unfortunately lost their lives, and some youth from Yadzo. We had a very fruitful interaction with them. We assured them that they have our backing as far as ensuring that every Ghanaian is served the justice he or she deserves. When the President, His Excellency, was taking the oath, he took it on behalf of every Ghanaian. And we, as representatives of the President, we also make sure that every Ghanaian is treated in a just way. However, we are appealing to the youth to calm down. We cannot use violence to face the state.
Certainly, Minister, that cannot be the case. We all know that. But the basis for their concern is that some national security operatives were involved in this. What official report do you have on that?
My brother, there are national security operatives everywhere in this country, ensuring our safety and protecting us and protecting our country and every other thing that belongs to this country that can be used for our sake. The national security operatives were not pursuing this, our brothers. No. They were on their rounds, and our brothers were also returning from KJB town. So what happened was a case of an accident that led to the collision between them and then the national security people. The police are now going into it, and per their investigation, they will be able to tell whether the national security operative vehicle was on the right path or not. Then we can deal with that as a separate thing. But for now, we have lost innocent souls. But that doesn't mean that somebody should also be attacked. When the incident happened, it could have been that the national security operatives would have been dead. But that wouldn't have given the state or whoever sent them that right to attack the community. No, that is not the case. So it was an accident, and we are following it. The police is up to their task, and then at the end of the day, a report will be presented, and where there's a need for us to follow up, we'll do that.
But you're already describing the incident as an accident. If that's the case, that's your verdict. You're the chair of the Regional Security Council. It ends the matter.
No. That is not it. But what the national security operative vehicle was coming from the Yadzo area, and they were also coming from KJB after they had come to repair some items in KJB town, and that collision was there. What we need to set straight is that national security did not have any problem with these young guys. They were not pursuing the young guys. The young guys were not involved in any cocoa smuggling or anything that they were looking for them. They were never on any wanted list. There was not any problem between national security and those guys. So how else could we have described the situation? But if an accident has happened, it could be that somebody was careless in driving or not, and that is what the police investigation will unravel. And we'll take it to that.
Now you still have a big challenge on your hands with the youth, of course, not happy about the situation. I don't know if indeed they are heeding your call for peace to reign. What do you intend to do in the next few days? Perhaps engaging them?
Yes, we want to continue engagement. My brother, there's something I also want to set straight. We have also gotten information of people who are not from the Yadzo area, who do not even have religion. Yes, we sympathize with everybody. But for people who know the law and should be law-abiding citizens, even if our brothers and sisters from Yadzo were angry, what we expected other people to do is to calm them, that we pursue this issue and to ensure that whoever deserves justice is served justice, but not to encourage them to get onto the street. So we will continue to engage them. As I indicated, we ask the police to do the autopsy today and make sure that they conclude on that. We engage the family to find a befitting burial for our brothers who lost their lives in this accident. Then when that happens, we'll continue and we engage the youth right from, cement up to Yadzo, and let them understand that, look, this was something unfortunate that has happened. Nobody is after them. We need their collaboration. The state needs their collaboration to be able to ensure peace and to also make sure that whatever is due Ghanaians is given to them.
What reports, official ones, do you have on the safety or the status of the district chief executive for the area? I recall reporting a couple of days ago with my colleague Peter that they were almost mobbed by the community.
Yeah, so now, just as I indicated, when the incident happened, the district chief executive, as we have always engaged communities, moved out of his residence and went to Yadzo, had a very fruitful deliberation with the people, commiserated with them. But there was this guy from Pampangwe, who at the tail end incited the youth, and they got infuriated and wanted to attack your reporter and then the DCE, but they managed to leave the place. Now, the demonstration on 27th was an afterthought, and we had some underhand dealings there. They went to his residency. But for now, we have made sure that the security at the residence of the district chief executive is beefed up. Hello?
I'm with you, sir.
Hello, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir.
Yeah, so the security at the residence of the district chief executive has been beefed up to ensure that he's safe.
And you keep referring to some, unscrupulous individuals who might be inciting the youth to do all of this. Do you have any suspicion where they might be coming from?
Oh, yes. For now, we have handed over whatever information we have, the contributions that were done for the attack, for the youth to mobilize and attack the DCE and attack the, what do you call it, that cocoa structure. We have names of people who contributed, the amount they have contributed. We have audio recordings, which we have forwarded to the security and the police to commence investigation into that. So at the right time, we'll put it in the public domain.
So some amounts of monies were giving to the youth, you say?
Yes, some individuals contributed money for the youth to do that.
What's their motivation, at least without giving full disclosure on what might have transpired?
I think that the investigations that the police and the NIB will be conducting will definitely bring us what their motive was.
In all of this, are you letting go of these national security operatives within the area? It appears that the conversation has been very much shy of their activities and what exactly they were doing in the area at the time.
The problem is that the national security operatives came to the area because of these incidents of cocoa smuggling to neighboring Togo. And national security operatives are not only in the KJB district, they are in the Jasikan municipality, and they are also in the Guan district. All the areas we have unapproved routes, and then it has been observed that cocoa is being smuggled through those routes. And that is what they are doing. So long as cocoa smuggling continues to exist in that area, definitely the national security operative and other security agencies will continue their work to ensure that we stop people from smuggling our cocoa to Togo.
Any final message to the youth and the traditional leaders who are worried about this situation?
Yeah, my message to the youth is that any step that we take, the security agencies take in KJB, they are doing that in the interest of we, the residents. It is for our good. We should not allow ourselves to be used by people who are rather benefiting at our expense through this cocoa smuggling and any other ambitions of theirs. We should rather cooperate with the security agencies, provide the relevant information to form it, that then we can nip this issue of cocoa smuggling in the Oti region in the mud.
Grateful for your time. Joshua Makubu is the Oti Regional Minister joining us here on the Pulse. Grateful. Some supporters of the National Democratic Congress are referring to John Dramani Mahama's second run for president as the return of, quote, the savior. Of course, in the spirit of Christmas season, the tank savior is fast gaining traction among party members who believe that, similar to the biblical savior, there is a forerunner who can save the country from its economic crisis. Nanaya Aljuma has more.
To meaning, the origin of the noun savior is traced to the Bible, in which Matthew chapter 1 verse 21 speaks of the first coming of Jesus Christ. It reads,
"She will give birth to a son, and you are to give him the name Jesus, because he will save his people from sins."
After this prophecy was fulfilled, another promise of the second coming of the Savior is made in John chapter 14, verse 3, assuring to deliver his people from bondage.
"And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also."
The story of the biblical Savior is likened to that of John Mahama's second shot at the presidency. And this is how supporters of the NDC tell the story. Between 2012 and 2016, John Mahama was granted a 4-year mandate to lead the country. Here are the accounts the former president gives on his service to the nation.
And then inflation and almost 40%.
As we speak, inflation is around 40%. In 2016, when we left office, inflation was around 12%. The country's debt was 120 billion cedis. That's from independence till I left office. Today, it has increased to 600 billion. If we are to share the debt among the population, each individual would have to pay 4,000 Ghana cedis. But now, it has increased to 20,000 Ghana cedis.
And there's 600 billion. Yeah, check canoni in there, no biafan and baby qua. Ye naya deka almost 20,000 cedis. Obia abofra ya won and ne. And also deka 20,000 cedis.
However, John Mahama was voted out of office for non-performance. The call for a second term is gaining ground as the former president tours the country to seek consents of the public for a 2024 party manifesto. Here are some firm believers of the John Mahama candidature.
Apart from Mahama, you need savior, baby.
John Mahama is our savior after Jesus Christ. If he doesn't come to help, then we are dead.
Mahama na savior to say 2012 Mahama by.
He came to office in 2012 and exited in 2016. Things have deteriorated after his exit. We need him back into office to help.
The savior tag is being accepted by the former president as he attempts a comeback into office. The NDC flag bearer has continuously described the NPP government's performance as abysmal. He believes the country has run into a ditch and in need of an experienced hand to salvage the situation.
Your boss no VIP
Today, we are all crying. Things are tough. The bus in which we are traveling has fallen into a ditch, and we have to join hands to bring it back on the road. If you take a look at the political parties in the country, the most development-oriented party is the NDC.
To him, a second coming of his government is a redemption for the country.
God promised a savior. I am a Christian and I know Jesus Christ is the one. But I know God has shown us mercy. So before the second coming of Christ, there will be a predecessor to save Ghanaians from bondage. That person is an experienced individual with knowledge to help. I know that savior is John Dramani Mahama and the NDC party.
Experience any enti minimse saje kwano nyame adumunti John Dramani Mahama any NDC amanyoko.
Christians are certain of a return of their savior, but the NDC's savior can only return if the electorate vote him in 2024.
For Joy News, Nana Aljima reporting.